Yo. This mic has a lot of angles to it. It's like a horse's leg. That's good. That feels a bit like, I don't know. Hey, what's going on? I'm George. I'm a gay man. A gay man. I'm kind of a repressed gay, which is kind of old school vintage vibe. You guys wouldn't get it. It's kind of a dying art form in a way. I hear there's like a really great scene in like Uganda and Yemen, but not so much over here. What happened was when I was a boy, a gay boy, I wasn't super happy to be finding out that I was gay. Is anybody else gay here? Yeah. So you'll know, you get the letter in the post, right? And you're like, oh, it's from my dick and balls. That's so nice. You're a fag. Fuck. That's how it goes. And then the following years, I kind of put myself through my own like regime of like conversion therapy a little bit. I was like watching like straight and lesbian porn only, skipping blowjob scenes with like a heavy heart, watching scissoring lesbians with a kind of solemn determination. It was a bit like, you know, A Clockwork Orange? It was like A Clockwork Orange, with Babe Station, you know? I remember like one of the watershed moments when I realized I was like definitely pretty gay at least. I was watching two lesbians. The title called them Euro Babes. And I remember I was watching the Euro Babes and I started going soft on the Euro Babes. Sorry to look directly at you as I said that. I would never go soft looking at you, my friend. It's like Pavlov's bell for my penis. I started going soft on the Eurobabes, and I remember like the panic and sadness I felt going soft on the Eurobabes, you know? I was like, my dick was getting softer. I felt like the captain of the Titanic going down with his ship. Could have sworn there was like little violin players on the end of my penis, like playing a little song. The Titanic joke for you. I felt like I hadn't just let myself down, I'd let down the Eurobabes. That was the main thing. But still, I was like, there's questions like, well, maybe I'm gay, or maybe I'm just pro-Brexit, you know? It's possible. It was bad. Like, my dad was kind of judgmental, that's kind of part of it. I think he was a decent guy, but he was kind of judgmental. And I remember if I ever like veered from my course, if I ever like let my eyes like linger on a penis a little bit I would hear my dad's judgment in my head, and then I'd get even more turned on, you know? It was an increasingly desperate situation. I felt like at a certain point I had to like, you know, talk to my penis, come to the negotiation table, you know, like Sadiq Khan and the tube drivers, you know? I was Sadiq Khan, my penis is the tube drivers. Just so you understand the metaphor. It was, yeah, I felt like a lot of compassion, a lot of empathy for my penis, but he wouldn't really listen to me, he didn't understand, you know, it was like the tube drivers, they couldn't speak to each other. I felt like, I had a bad relationship with my penis, is what I'm trying to tell you. It was a bit like, at the end of Mice and Men. Is that a minute?
Yeah.
Okay. You didn't drop the bell on the floor, so I wasn't sure. I thought that's what we were supposed to do. I did that in the first half, sorry about that. It was a bit like the end of Mice and Men. Like, you know at the end of Mice and Men when George realized that Lenny has to die, he wants to kill him, and he's like, you're gonna have to go. So he takes him out to look over the water, and he feeds him these fantasies of like a happy future that they'd have together. You remember that? You know what I'm talking about? Yeah. That's how I felt about my penis. I would like take him out to look over the water, and I was like, I would feed him as a weird. Like a goat. I would like feed him these fantasies of a happy future together, you know? Like, oh, buddy, remember, we're gonna live on a farm of our own. And he'd be like, oh, really, George? That's right, we're gonna live on a farm of our own. Live off the fat of the land, with twinks and bears running around, free range. Little otters swimming in the lake. And I'd be like, that's right, buddy. Shoot him in the back of the head. Right, you know, back to the aura babes. It should work this time. Maybe with some Viagra. But alas, you know, here I am. I'm running out of time, but basically I'm okay now. People call me a straight acting gay, which is fine. The only problem with being a straight acting gay is I don't fully feel included in the gay community, so I'm actually campaigning. I'd like to have a grey stripe added to the pride flag. It's way too colourful to feel inclusive for me, personally. Alright, thank you very much.